Do you find yourself trapped in a never-ending cycle of overthinking? Are you constantly playing scenarios over and over in your head, analysing every word you say? Are you repeatedly worrying about the future? And are you feeling low energy and a lack of productivity because of this? Well, overthinking can be a symptom of pre-existing health issues like depression, social anxiety. It's normally caused by fear, perfectionism, intolerance to uncertainty, or trauma. Though it's my belief, and this is not backed by science, this is purely my opinion, and that is that overthinking is caused the majority of the time by fear. Now, while a fear of the unknown is pretty universal, as human beings, many of us are dominated by the same four fears. So I want to talk about these four fears briefly, and then I'm going to give you 2 ways you can combat your overthinking. Now, the first fear that we all commonly face is fear of death, fear of dying. Listen, we are all going to die. It's fact. I'm not trying to be a dick about it. We all know it's going to happen. Sooner or later, everyone we know is going to be dead, and will be dead too. This is a fact of life. It's like breathing. Do you know what I mean? It's a necessary part of our existence. While you may not be afraid of dying yourself, it might be fear of a loved one dying, a parent or a child or a friend. And no, death is a mad thing to think about, because we have no fucking idea what's coming after. Now, you could take a religious approach to the afterlife and, believe in a heaven or whatever, a better place that comes after this. Or you can take the scientific approach, and that is that energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be transferred from one form to another. But if you're like me, I just feel like there's too much going on up here for it to just be gone, It doesn't make any sense. And I think death is really what makes life special in a way. The second fear is fear of abandonment. Now, not many people like to be alone. Me, myself, I quite like it, but I know that everyone's not like that. I know that when I'm alone, I can get more work done. I can achieve more things, and I get my greatest inspirations. And I know that not everyone is like this, as I just said. If you're someone who suffers with fear of abandonment or being alone, try getting used to your own company just a little bit more. You could take a walk alone, go jogging alone, go to the gym alone. Just pick an activity that takes your mind off things, and that also can be done alone, if you catch my drift. The third fear is fear of failure. Now, we all go through this, and I myself have suffered with this a lot in the past. I was a loser for fucking years. I've lost so much that it literally doesn't bother me anymore. Listen, every great man you can ever think of has suffered tremendous losses and tremendous failure. It's just a part of the game. And these situations and experiences are going to build your character. They're going to make you stronger, and they become opportunities for growth. So just remember, it's okay to fail. It's okay to fail, as long as you learn from these experiences. So as weird as it sounds, I absolutely recommend that you fail at things. It's a part of life. And when you can get comfortable overcoming stuff like that, it's going to serve you big time in the long run. It's better to fail repeatedly again and again and again than to never try and do something because you're scared to fail. Now, fear number 4 is probably the most common, in my opinion, and that would be fear of judgment. I used to be absolutely crippled with the fear of being judged, I have to admit. I used to give a shit so much about what people thought about me. I was quite an awkward kid, I was quite aggressive, so I didn't really have many friends, and I felt the pressure of that for a majority of my life. I just wanted people to like me. I wanted to feel like accepted in some sort of way. And there's nothing wrong with that. We all want to feel like we belong. And this is normal for a lot of people. Listen, as a human being, it takes time and it takes a certain amount of life experience to fully get comfortable in your own skin. But hear me when I say this. It's not your responsibility to give a shit what people think about you. And the people that do really like you and the people that love you, they love you just the way you are. They want you to be yourself. And when you are yourself, you're going to attract the right people into your life. So stop giving a shit about what people think about you. Okay? It's exhausting. And your energies are going to be far better spent elsewhere. So 2 things that you can use to combat overthinking, and I've spoke about them both before on this channel. The first one being you need to come out of yourself. And by that I mean start thinking about other people. Start thinking about what you can do to benefit somebody else. What can you do to enrich somebody else's life? We get caught up in our own pursuits, our own selfish wants and desires, and we get trapped in our own thoughts and feelings about ourselves. This is a self-improvement channel. You know, get in better shape, make more money, improve your nutrition, improve your sleep quality. All that stuff is fantastic. But when you improve somebody else's life, it's going to improve your life. As usual, you can test that for yourself and tell me I'm wrong. The second thing you can do to combat overthinking is meditation. I know it's quite obvious, isn't it? If you practice it already, then you know what I'm talking about. It reduces your stress, your anxiety. You're more calm in situations, reduces depression, negative emotions. It improves your self-awareness, your imagination, your creativity. And it's not hard to do. Just find a quiet place where you'll be undistracted. Take a seat, sit with your back up straight, close your eyes. Just take really deep breaths, really deep breaths. I like to count in for 4 or 5, count out for 4 or 5. Just start small. You can try 5 minutes a day and gradually get better and better over time. Trust me, you're going to see the benefits of this straight away. You can build up those times to 10, 15, 20 minutes or half an hour a day.